Gentlemen, to the World of Wrestling podcast here today to discuss about the UFC Prospect Scouting Report, episode number 6, about Bo Nickal. This past Saturday, we saw Bo Nickal face De Ridder, a former two-time champion from one championship fighting promotion in Japan, go up against Bo Nickal. And everybody had Bo Nickal to be the guy to win. Everyone thought he was going to take De Ridder to the ground, fight him, and beat him by just pure domination. And I will go on record as saying I was not impressed. I did not think he was going to win either. I took De Ridder on that one. I would have won a shit ton of money had I bet this fight, but I wasn't certain either because a lot of people had, their reasoning behind it, and I respected it. So I just kicked back and enjoyed the fight, and that was pretty much it. But De Ridder really dominated. He ended up winning the fight by knockout. Bo Nickal' stand-up fighting is terrible. He cannot... he's very hittable. The guy's defense, stand-up-wise, is awful. He's just fucking terrible. There's an article about Bo Nickal that I found this week, and Luke Rockhold really tore a fucking new asshole in Bo Nickal' performance. I can go ahead and read you guys this. The three-time NCAA Division I national champion wrestler boldly backed himself to beat Chimez as a minus 1,000 favorite before facing former two-weight one title holder Renier De Ridder at UFC Des Moines, Iowa on Saturday night. However, Nickal got fraud checked during his second round TKO defeat against De Ridder. UFC middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis loved seeing the 7-1 prospect lose, and so did many other people who had grown tired of Bo Nickal talking a big game before facing a true test inside the UFC octagon. Luke Rockhold rips Bo Nickal apart. He states that Luke Rockhold knows what it takes to make it to the top of the UFC division. Of course he does. He's a former UFC middleweight champion. After watching him lose last weekend, the former 185 champion is happy to write off Nickal. Bo Nickal is pretty pathetic, Rockhold told Submission Radio. Talking a big game, but he was looking for a way out from the first round on. The kid just needs to shut up. Bo just quit like a little bitch. There is such a thing as competitors. Wrestlers can be competitors, but they cannot be fighters all the time. This kid is not a fighter. He's a competitor. And he's really a pussy at heart. He doesn't have it. He ain't gonna have it. Even if he's stuck to wrestling, he doesn't have the withal on the ground to put people away. The degree at the top is different. Dana White told to cut Bo Nickal. Shockingly, another former UFC star went one step further than Rockhold after UFC Des Moines, Iowa. Dana White was told to cut Bo Nickal from the UFC by former lightweight contender Josh Thompson. Holy shit, everybody wants this guy's head. He said on the weighing in podcast, the way he lost the UFC, I really think I'm really telling him, like, you know what? You need to spend probably a good 8 months, and you need to go. You need to tighten up everything. We're gonna give you some time. We're gonna almost do like what we did to Mason Jones or what we did to Yosef Zalal, and we're gonna send you off a little bit. We'll give you 8 months or whatever. He needs work. It was very telling how much work he needs. So, at the end of the day, guys, a lot of people think Bo Nickal is fucking shit. I'm not even that hard on the dude. But that performance he had with Paul Craig at his last fight before DeRitter, I mean, he really was not that impressive. Paul Craig is not what you call a super duper guy in the octagon. Paul Craig is more of a gatekeeper, if anything else, for a lot of upcoming UFC prospects. And he barely got by with him. I mean, he won 29-28. That's not that impressive. He really, when that fight happened, Paul Craig, if you cannot maul Paul Craig, depending on the level of fighter you are, and Bo Nickal apparently was supposed to be at a high level, from what everyone kept saying about Bo Nickal. And he didn't pass the test, in my opinion. I was all over Bo Nickal. I thought he was great. But that match he had with Paul Craig showed there is a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot. And this shit, he kept talking and talking. I mean, honestly, everybody was taking Bo Nickal. DeRitter ain't it. He's going to be able to get past DeRitter with no problem. I was like, what are these people smoking? This guy won 2 divisional championships and 1 championship fighting, which is basically the level of UFC in a sense. I mean, they're on the same level as UFC, honestly, in Japan. I mean, granted, they're not popular in the United States as much, but they're like their version of UFC in the foreign country of Japan. So, I mean, he had to face top level fighters. I mean, this guy was not some slouch. He was a guy that, has experience with top level fighters, and not to mention he carried that over into the UFC, and he was on a 3-0 winning streak, I believe. Let me look up DeRitter real quick, because I swear, man, I couldn't believe everybody was taking this guy Bo Nickal so seriously when he's got a guy like DeRitter. I'm like, they gotta be crazy not to take DeRitter seriously here. That was really, really insulting, in my opinion. I honestly cannot believe everybody took Bo Nickal in that fight. It really was, like I said, it was insulting. And I was very happy to see DeRitter just get that W, because nobody was giving that man respect. None. And I think I'm one of the few that did. But yeah, let me take a look here real quick at DeRitter. I mean, for people to even say he didn't have a shot in hell is fucking crazy. I mean, DeRitter in one championship was 7-2. The UFC is 3-0, so he was 2-0 in the UFC before that fight. He beat Kevin Holland, Gerald Meerschaert. I mean, he wasn't facing fucking nobodies. He was facing, not like top tier, like top 5 best fighters, but he was facing guys that were in the top 15. Well, who was Bo Nickal facing? Let's see. Paul Craig, I don't know if he was in the top 15. I guess he was. I don't know. Cody Brundage Wow. Val Woodburn. Never heard of him. Jamie Pickett. Heard of him. Jamie Pickett ain't all that impressive, and his record was 2-7 in the UFC. Holy fuck. His last fight was against Eric Anders in March 2nd of 2024. That was his last fight. I mean, these people gotta be fucking crazy that they were thinking Bo Nickal was going to win this, like, hands down without even question. Like, you gotta be crazy not to respect the Ritter, man. But yeah, Bo Nickal flopped. He's shit. I mean, I'm not saying he's absolute shit, but he definitely needs a lot of work on his stand-up fighting game. Because if it was a lot tighter, he would have beaten the Ritter without any problem. And why he didn't take him to the ground, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if he did or not. I'd have to take a look there to see. But I don't think he did. I don't believe he took him to the ground at all. That's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, his performance was trash. I was not impressed with him at all. Very disappointed with him. And for people to just say he was going to walk through the Ritter, I think is absolutely insulting to even do that, period. But, yeah, let's see here. Hell, even on my, FanDuel, lineup, I had De Ritter in my lineup. So let me take a look here and see what was the deal. So Bo Nickal got 1 takedown and 8 significant strikes. That is absolutely fucking terrible. That really is. That's terrible. That's not impressive at all. Shit, man. So yeah, 1 takedown in the entire fight. That's all he was able to get for 2 rounds. I say that's not impressive. De Ritter's moving on up in the UFC middleweight division. I look forward to seeing what he's got to offer to the UFC. I hope he ends up becoming a UFC champion in the middleweight division. But Dricus du Plessis, I mean, he's a tough hombre. And Chimez, I mean, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. But even Chimez, I mean, he's a tough cookie to crack too. I mean, this guy, his last fight, he just fucking took his opponent down to the ground multiple times and kept him there the entire time. So, I mean, those are 2 guys I'd be a little concerned about for De Ritter. The rest of the UFC division in the middleweight, I mean, I think he's got a shot, but those 2 names, I think he would have a challenge. A hell of a mountain to climb, really, between those 2 guys to even claim that he's the UFC champion of the middleweight division. So that's just my take on that for Bo Nickal and what I thought of his performance. Thought it was lackluster, needs a lot of work. Him being cut, I don't think is the right way to go. I think what they need to do is they need to sit down with him and say, look, we're going to give you some lower level talent. We rushed you a little too quick. You are not ready for this higher level of talent in this roster pool that we got in the middleweight division. So we're going to lower you down to another lower level fighter in your weight class and go from there and see how you improve, because this was a huge, I would say to him, I think this was a huge setback. This totally kills your stock and everything else, and we need to get you back on the right track if we want to continue with this saying that you're one of the best. I mean, a loss is just one loss is not going to kill a fucking career. I mean, again, De Ritter was a tough challenge. That's what I don't understand about people and why they didn't put any respect towards De Ritter in this fight. This was absolutely fucking stupid. And if you were going to bet that fight, you bet on De Ritter because you had, more money that you were going to gain out of it, and you would have had less to put down to win something back. I mean, he was a plus 240 or some shit on Hard Rock, which is all I have access to outside of overseas sports books. So, I mean, at the end of the day, shit, man. It is what it is. I mean, De Ritter just was the better fighter that night. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So at this time, guys, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching. And have a great night, guys. Bye.